Hi, I'm Darby Gwynn, and today we're here with Millicent Alley. She is the author of Tales of the Human Condition. Hi, Millie.
Hey, Dee.
Can you tell us, how did the book come to life?
The book came about in 2006. It was a rough, really bad year. Just over the moon bad. And I had reached out to a friend of mine, really smart, really intelligent guy friend of mine. He was a teacher and was just talking to him about issues and the bad breakup I had and the family issues and all the things that were going on with me. And we just spent the day together, and he kind of helped me put things in perspective and just had a nice time. We escaped, and because of it, I felt so good. I felt like, I can take on the world after this. I wrote a poem about it, and I gave it to him as a little keepsake for me to show him how much him sharing of himself and giving of me and spending time with me when I was not a happy camper. It was not fun to be around. Meant to me. And so the day was such a wonderful day. I shared this poem with him. It was like people take photographs, I write poems. They're like little keepsakes, little memories, and you can go back and look at them and think about them and relive them. So I gave him this poem to share that I had a really nice day with him, and thank you for the comfort and everything that he had given me to make me feel better. And he told me it was really great and asked me if I had anything else, and he would just like to see some of my stuff. And so I kind of tried to put it together kind of professionally, and I put the little cover on it and got the little studs, and I think I put like 25 poems that I had together and gave it to him, and he looked at it, read it. He said, "This is really good. You should do a book. You only need about 50 more pages." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "You should do a book." And I was like, "Really?" He was like, yeah, why not? Like, put it together and see what happens. Like, it's a journey, and and that's how the book actually started, from the prodding of a friend who was actually a teacher, and I respected him. He's really smart, so brilliant, and that's how it started. And 6 years later, oh my gosh, long 6 years, here we are.
That's fantastic. So what specifically is the content of your poetry book?
Well, Tales of the Human Condition is all true stories of things that I've experienced in my life and happened to me. But it's not just about me, it's about all of us. And that's why it's called Tales of the Human Condition, because all of us experience heartbreak and love and loss and success and failure. And it's about this emotional roller coaster that we have being in this physical, beautiful shell that you're in, that we're all in, and the struggles and the challenges that we have living up to whatever life presents to us. Sometimes good, sometimes bad, or it's our perspective, how we look at it, but how we cope and deal with it. And that's really what the book is all about.
What exactly motivates you and inspires you to write?
Sadness. No, everything about being alive inspires me to write, but I'm really motivated by heartbreak.
Amen.
When I was 13 and really started feeling like a girl, feeling cute, being interested in boys, and kind of you have crushes on people, and the heartbreak when they don't like you back. Mm-hmm. That's when I really started writing. At about 13 is when everything that I had been reading when I was younger started coming into play for me. And so that was the motivating force. At the beginning was a lot of boyfriends, breakups, love and loss, and then also being unsure of who you are and not feeling comfortable in your skin, being a teenager. Those were the first motivating factors. And then from there, it kind of just snowballed into, I'm inspired by everything, by just watching people around me and seeing how they react to life, and what motivates them to just be who they are. I find it very interesting.
We understand you self-published, which
did.
is a huge achievement. And can you tell us a little bit about that?
Self-publishing is a lot of work. Some people think it's the easy way out. Mm-hmm. It's not. It's a choice that if you want to have more control over your product and you're not at the mercy of a publishing house or a publishing company telling you how your book's to look, the artwork, how, especially with my poems, how I want them laid out, the order. I had total control of that. From the cover of the book, I picked out where every splatter landed. Like, I sat there with, I'm a perfectionist. I sat there with the graphic designer, and this spot goes here and this color goes here, like, and with the editor, with every step of the way. But also with that, I had to find every person to help me with every step of the project, from the graphic designer to the editor to the proofreader to the InDesign guy who lays the book out, who makes it look like a real book, to the guy who did my logo. I mean, there's so many steps and people involved in it, and it's definitely a group effort, and you have to find good people to work with. You cannot do it on your own. So even though it's self-publishing, it's many people behind me who helped this come to life.
Was that challenging, finding those people, and how did you find those people?
You know what? I'm a believer that there's good people. You just have to know how to spot what you're looking for. And believe you me, I found everybody on Craigslist. I'm going to give you guys a plug. Every single person that I found on Craigslist. And I'm one of those people that I go with my gut instinct. I go with like here, and I'm not so much in here. I'm more in there. And I just had really good conversations with the people that I chose, and I asked them questions, but they also asked me the right questions to show me that they were interested in my project and it wasn't just another job to them. And so it was just whoever I had this good feeling and this rapport with, you know, that's who I went with. And I interviewed lots of people for all the different things. The editor, the graphic designer, I talked to lots of different people, and at the end of the day, it was the people who I liked and got that good feeling from, that I wanted to work with, and who seemed to care about my project.
So, Millicent, you did several different formats of your poetry book. Can you tell us what different type of formats you did, and then also what you have envisioned for the future with your poetry book?
Okay. I think I did every format available. I'm a perfectionist, so if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it full out, full on, everyone. I did hardcover, paperback, an audio with a whole musical score, an audio with me just reading, and I did a Kindle, and I did a CD. So wow. The audios are in a CD format, or you can download them MP3, or the Kindle, which is for your iPad, for your Nook, for your Kindle, for your reader. Any way that is possible to read and have a book, I did it.
That's fantastic. Can you tell us about any upcoming projects that you have on the horizon?
Well, I love storytelling, and I'm compelled to write. And poetry, I love it. It's absolutely my first love, but I want to tell bigger and longer stories. So now I'm in school for television and screenwriting at Writers Boot Camp in Santa Monica, and I'm learning how to be a screenwriter, how to tell visual stories, which I love. I watch so many movies. I can't even begin to tell you guys how many movies I watch. I'm obsessed with movies and visual storytelling, and I hope over this next time that I will become a really great screenwriter. And the story that I'm working on now in school is a period piece that starts off in 1930 and goes through 1950s. And it's told from a woman's perspective, of course.
Also, where can we purchase any of these items that you said?
I have a website, www.talesofthehumancondition.com. And on my website, there's a few excerpts from the book so you can get a feel of the poems. And there's also, in the book, I categorize Tales of the Human Condition into life, love, introspection, and God. And so all the poems fall under one of those categories. So I give you the explanation for each section, why I categorize the poem, and then I give one poem from each section. And then also on my website, there's a store. And if you go to the store, every way that you can buy the book is available in the store from the website. And my hardcover is from the store. The paperback, which is actually through Amazon, is through my store. The CD is through the store. And the download of the audio is on audible.com, amazon.com, iTunes, and acx.com.
Awesome.
There's a lot.
The only thing we're missing is a Millicent Alley coffee mug and Snuggie.
I'm thinking about doing eventually tote bags. You have to buy groceries and stuff
fantastic.
And being good for the environment and
Absolutely.
stuff like that. Yeah, I want to eventually, but that's down the road. We'll see. We'll see how the book does.
I love you've got that idea. It's fantastic.
If it does good, then you'll see Tales of the Human Condition everywhere as people are shopping.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, do you have anything else that you wanted to add?
I just want to thank everybody out there who watches this video. Please look at the book. I know people think, why poetry? It's a dying art. No, poetry is good. Poetry is like music. It's like lyrics to a song without music. Like if you read poetry, really good poetry has this wonderful rhythm and way of capturing you and entangling you into a story. It's like the little music videos of our lives.
I like that. Well, once again, it's Millicent Alley and Tales of the Human Condition.
This is the CD.